Hey there, fellow critics. Now, I wasn't going to make this video because I don't really like talking about news. I feel like there's plenty of people out here covering the news, just talking about what's going on, and I'd rather just make topics, like look at things from a different angle and come up with something different to talk about that most people might not be talking about. Today I'm going to be talking about the whole Fortnite cross-progression, cross-play, the whole issue. And of course, this all started with Switch getting their version of Fortnite. And people finding out that you cannot get your items, your skins, whatever it is you have in the game, you cannot pass it from your PlayStation. Instead, if you at all signed into a PlayStation account or linked your account, even if you unlinked it, you are stuck. You cannot pass any of that progression onto your Switch version. Which, me personally, it didn't affect, because I don't, I play Fortnite, but I haven't put any money into it. So this is more of a video for people that I'm emphasizing with, that have put money into the game, which I can understand why they would be pissed. And at the end of the day, it's pretty simple. It's inexcusable. Sony should not be allowed to block your content, even if you bump their platform, from playing it on another platform if that game allows it. And I know the argument out there is, oh well, what game really allows it? This is not something that you see often. And that might be true, but let's be honest, with these new games that we're getting, this new wave of free-to-play games as a service, things are changing, and Sony's going to have to change with the times. And that will eventually go into crossplay as well. They will eventually have to go into crossplay as well. But besides all of that, because like I said, I'm not trying to talk about the news side of things. This is stuff we probably heard before or has been said before. I just want to concentrate on the aspect where how much can these, companies get away with when it comes to having great games. Because let's be honest, if you were out there saying you're not going to support a Sony platform because of what's going on, or you might, or you've had enough of this and you're going to, enough with the BS, and you're trying to put your foot down, Sony's going to call your bluff, because they know they have these amazing exclusives, and that even if you say no now, you are going to come back to the platform once Spider-Man releases, once, freaking Ghost of Tsushima releases, once any of these big exclusives that Sony knows you're excited for, that I'm excited for, they're going to call your bluff. And it's not just, they're not the only ones doing this. There's so much that Nintendo gets away with, because they have these amazing IPs, these iconic IPs that they can just, flaunt in your face and saying, come on, are you really going to leave my platform? You know you want to play these games. You're going to come back. And like, how can you even get around a situation like that? Because at the end of the day, they're probably right. Most people will let them, and you can look at this from the aspect of how, Sony has not been doing as much as Xbox when it comes to updates, when it comes to services, when it comes to consumer-friendly practices. They have not been keeping up with Xbox, and they haven't even been really trying. because they have the base, they have the players, they have the console sold, they have 80 million consoles. And on a side note, people they have all these memes up, and it makes fun of Sony players like they're being left out because of crossplay, and I think that's not really the same as the issue. I don't think it's right that they can block cross progression, and I think they definitely should do crossplay. I think they will eventually, but I don't really think that PlayStation gamers look at this and they feel left out. To me, it's like I said. This is a side note. These memes don't really do anything. I'm looking at it, I'm like, someone probably thinks this is getting to someone, like it's gonna get a reaction out of PlayStation gamers, when most of the people I know, and me as well, I look at it, I'm just like, I really don't care. I want it for certain games. Like I've said this on PlayStation Podcast. I think this would be great for the smaller games. For games that are struggling in stores that have no player base, because it's not that mainstream game. It's not a big game that can get the attention that games like Overwatch, Call of Duty, and obviously all of these other big titles, big mainstream games, and big games of a service games will be getting. So I don't think it's an issue with those games. But like I said, getting back to the main topic, yeah, a lot of these companies, they get away with so much because they have these big, iconic, franchises, and that I don't think that's right. But at the same time, as a gamer who wants to play all these games, I don't know how you can go about fixing it. Like, how do you punish a company when you know that they have the games you want to play, and you don't really want to cut them off financially, because at the end of the day, money is what speaks in volumes. Not buying the game, not supporting the platform, but when they have those games that you are dying to play, how don't they have an advantage over you? And how do you call their bluff? Well, I don't have the answer to that. And I'd be interested to hear what people think. So, quick video. I'm more interested in seeing what other people out here are saying about this, or think about this. So leave a comment, let me know what you think. And, don't forget to like if you like the video, subscribe, and, yeah. This has been Honest the Critic. As always saying, if you're going to be a critic, be honest, and catch you next time.